Joining me now to react is White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, Stephen Miller. Stephen, it's good to see you. There's a lot of different places to go with this. It's good news with the conviction. I had the sheriff who helped apprehend Ruth on a little bit earlier, and he pointed out, though, this is all part now of a bigger culture that has led to several attempts, not just on the president's life, but our friend Charlie as well.
Yes, well, first of all, we are gratified that justice was done in this case and that this heinous, evil, terrorist monster was convicted for his attempt to not only murder the now 47th President of the United States, but to wage in so doing a campaign of terrorism against all Americans. But as you mentioned, this country is dealing with a rising threat of radical left-wing terrorism. There were two very nearly successful attempts on President Trump's life. A bullet hit President Trump in the head. It was only centimeters away from taking his life. This second attack that we're talking about today, the president was moments away from walking directly into that line of fire. Of course, the healthcare CEO was brutally gunned down by another self-described so-called anti-fascist that was then celebrated by other self-described anti-fascists, who of course are really communist revolutionaries. And the heartbreaking assassination of our dear friend Charlie Kirk while speaking at a college campus. Billions of dollars in property damage by Antifa and other far-left rioters. Organized criminal campaigns of doxing and violent intimidation. 1,000% increase in violent attacks on law enforcement. These are not isolated incidents, Will. It is part of an organized campaign of domestic terrorism. It's sophisticated, it is well funded, it is carefully orchestrated, and it is designed to prevent the lawful democratic process from occurring in this country through violent political means. And so President Trump took decisive action yesterday by formally declaring Antifa to be a domestic terror organization. And then as we speak, under President Trump's leadership and direction, we are working on a broader counterterrorism strategy to fight domestic terror in this country, to uproot, dismantle, defund, and destroy these terrorist networks inside the United States.
And that is part of the president designating Antifa as a terrorist organization, which, as you point out, deserves a lot of investigation about the ties, the organization, the structure, the membership underneath that, which is a worthy cause. In the time that we have together here, Stephen, which is about a minute and a half left, I wanted to ask you about President Trump today at the UN, where he was very, very strong. In fact, let's play a little tiny bit of what he had to say at the United Nations.
All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen. But she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood. And then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the two things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter. Thank you very much.
Stephen, I've got about a minute until I turn this show over to the 5. But tell me the president's goals today at the UN.
Well, very simply, the president's goal was to loudly and proudly champion and proclaim America and American interests. The president has used this forum before in his previous administration and now to deliver these historic addresses to explain that America will now be unapologetic in advocating our own interests. But that makes us friendly. That makes us more cooperative with other countries because now we're speaking honestly about what we care about what's important to the United States, our borders, our finances, our security, our culture, our heritage. This was a president that cares about his citizens, telling the world,
I got to leave it right there, Stephen.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.